Hi, I'm Aaron Ross.
And I'm Adventure Dave.
And this is
The Pumpkin
Spice
is Right.
Today we're tasting 20 different pumpkin spice items from 2020.
And we're making our pumpkin spice power rankings from 20 to 1.
So shall we let the tasting begin, Adventure Dave?
You know it, man, because I'm hungry like the wolf. A wolf standing in line at a Starbucks for a pumpkin spice latte. Arr, arr, arr.
So Dave and I dug into 20 different pumpkin spice food items, ranging from samosas to pancakes,
dog treats and beer.
And over an hour, we tried different types of cookies, cereals, baked goods, creamy drinks, and now we're ready to give you our pumpkin spice power rankings. And Adventure Dave, I'll go first with my bottom 10. Definitely the worst by far was Trader Joe's pumpkin spice protein smoothie. I don't know what was in it, but the pumpkin wasn't good, and the rest of it also wasn't good. It was rough. As was the thing that started the trend. Number 19 out of 20, the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. You know, this is the cold version. It's not what you get hot, but their iced espresso, it's just quite frankly gross. It's just kind of nasty. So the thing that started it off is it's like having a bad movie franchise that started off with a terrible film to begin. I think Resident Evil's pretty close to that. 18, caramel almond pumpkin spice Kind Bar. Both of the energy bars weren't very good. The Kind Bar being the rougher of the two. Cliff Bar was okay, but the Kind Bar was just like way too tough, and the flavor was doing nothing for me. At 16, pumpkin spice pretzel slims. These were just way too sweet.
Next, we go to the pumpkin spice cupcake.
Listen, I think at my age, I just can't handle these cupcakes. If I had one bite of something chocolate, it'd be good, but the pumpkin spice doesn't make it better. It was so-so. No huge knock on it, because it's just a Hostess cupcake, but it wasn't that good. Then we go to number 14, the pumpkin tortilla chips. These weren't bad. I didn't really taste much of the pumpkin in them. They more or less were tortilla chips, but not necessarily better tortilla chips. And then with these last three, 13, 12, and 11, they weren't that bad. They just weren't improved on by pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice eggnog is not better than regular eggnog, in my opinion. The pumpkin spice frosted mini wheats, they're not that bad at all. I like frosted mini wheats. They weren't better with the pumpkin spice. We'll see with Cheerios that wasn't the case. They were better in my top 10. And 11, pumpkin spice Milanos were just fine. I couldn't tell there was pumpkin spice with them. There more or less was just some orange color there. It definitely didn't make them better. I just go for a regular Milano any old time. And there it is, my bottom 10. Now, Adventure Dave, let's hear your bottom 10.
Man, you know me. I love bottoms. But there ain't nothing I didn't love here. It was all delicious, especially these here dog treats and pumpkin beer. Why is it just for dogs? Oh, yeah.
He loves his dog treats and beer.
It's the pumpkin spice that makes it extra nice. A party.
And now for my top 10. Now I'm excited for my top 10 because I learned something really cool about the pumpkin spice edition. If done right, and clearly the move is, does it make it better? And is it too sweet? Too sweet never makes it better. But savory dishes were kind of awesome with it. And I'll go with 10, Trader Joe's honey roasted pumpkin ravioli. Solid dish. You know, not my favorite, but like it was different and it wasn't gross. That's enough to get in the top 10. And then we go to Trader Joe's pumpkin frosted toaster pastries. Like a Pop-Tart, they were just good. And they weren't overly sweet. The pumpkin spice was a nice addition. I put it at 9. We go to pumpkin spice Cheerios. I thought they were even better than Honey Nut Cheerios, which too often I find to be too sweet. So I was into the pumpkin spice Cheerios. I put them at number 8. 7 and 6, those are the Adventure Dave combo. The pumpkin spice ale, the pumpkin ale from Trader Joe's, it was nice. It was a good beer, kind of like an IPA, like subtle hint of the pumpkin and hops. Dug that. And then the pumpkin spice dog treats, look, Kanye West, they seemed to love them. And they were big, and I won't lie, I took a little bite too, and they weren't half bad. Not at all. All right, moving to another combination. The cream cheese and bagel was just really good, and that's the awesome thing when you combine it. 5 and 4, the cream cheese is savory, the bagel's got a little extra sweetness. Combined, both having pumpkin spice, it's a nice combo. And we get to the top 3, baby. Trader Joe's pumpkin spice animal cookies are just awesome. They're sweet, but you can definitely tell the pumpkin spice taste on something I'm already into. I really dug those. Number 2 was just a shocker to me. The pumpkin spice samosas I thought would be at the bottom of the list. They're the most savory of all the pumpkin spice items, and quite frankly, they were really good. And I'm not even gonna lie, I left them out overnight on accident, and they were still really good, and I don't feel poisoned. So shout out to Trader Joe's for making good food that can withstand not being refrigerated or frozen when it's supposed to be. Yeah, number 2, pumpkin spice samosas, delicious. And finally, pumpkin spice pancakes. This seems the best combo for pumpkin spice. You decide how sweet you want to make them, right? So you're only dealing with the spice, not the insane sugar. It's a good pancake mix. I had them for breakfast. I had another bite now. So that's my number 1, pumpkin spice pancakes. I wouldn't have thought. So there it is. My top 10 list of my favorite pumpkin spice food items from 2020. I'll be sweating pumpkin spice for the rest of the month, but Adventure Dave, I gotta know, what are your adventure faves?
Let me tell you, my top 10 pumpkin spice dog treats and the pumpkin spice beer. Everything else is so good it fits in my top 10 too. Man,
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining us for the Pumpkin Spice is Right. I'm Aaron Ross.
oh man, and I'm Adventure Dave. I think I'm ODing on pumpkin spice, and it's nice. Dog treats.